How you doing, guys? I'm Sean. Welcome to Rambles with my camera. Guys, today's ramble, wee bit different. I've got the lovely love of my life, Sheena, in the background there. She's going to be, it's her idea, by the way. She's going to hit me with questions. Many going to hit me with about...
There's about 6. No, there's 8.
8 questions. I have no idea what the questions are in relation to. So she's just going to field questions. She says it's going to be an interesting bit of glimpse inside my mindset. It will be a scary place to be, but here we go. So, I genuinely don't know what she's going to ask me here, so just bear with me. So go ahead.
Okay, Sean, thank you very much for doing this interview. First of all, Sean, can you tell me a little bit about what your childhood was like in terms of growing up in West Belfast?
Madness? Is this where this interview is going to be going? Okay. That's different, actually, isn't it? I wasn't expecting that, guys. Okay, I grew up in the north of Ireland, born in 1967. It was coming into the Troubles, started really kicking in about, well, Trouble's been going for about 800 years, but it kicked in around about 1969. And obviously I was born in 67, and growing up in Belfast, like most people, irrespective of what religion they were in, it was a dodgy enough out of time, like, so. Yeah, at an early age I was involved in a bomb that IRA threw a bomb over my roof. The soldiers were sitting outside. I was only about 3 years of age, and it was a nail bomb, so like a device with a load of nails and metal wrapped around it with an explosive device in it, and when they threw it over, it blew up and it went up my foot. Well, one of the nails went up my foot on things. So that was my introduction till the violence of it, and many other incidents happened throughout that, but that was it. We're a working class family. I was the youngest of 6 people, 6 kids. I was a baby. I was always a baby. My ma, she died when she was 39, so 1973 she died, so I was about 5. It was just something that I don't really remember her as such, you know. In fact, there's probably about 2 memories of her. But growing up like most kids, that was at West Belfast, but you had a lot of the army and the police, and then there was civil rights issues happening, and there was a lot of shootings and bombings and things like that. But
would you say it was a happy childhood?
I would say, I'd have to say we were normalised to it. So looking back, I would say there's nothing triggering me to say that it wasn't happy. But if I look back on it and say to myself, well, it wasn't natural what we went through, I think it could have been a lot happier. But it was blessed inside the home that there was love there, and we may not have had much stuff in material terms, but we had love in the house, so I think that was good. So happy times, yeah, I would say so.
So do you feel your first interest in photography came from the drama that you would have seen around you as a child?
Yeah, definitely, 100%, because you used to have, well, and just let you know, guys, obviously Sheena's my partner, that my wife has already mentioned, but she's also from Belfast, so she'll know, so this is really for your own benefit. Well, obviously when we grew up, there was constantly media attention. There was the press photographers from the world, TV crews there, and I used to, you know, watch all this evolve. Plus you also seen the shootings and the bombings and the riots, and they used to fantasize when you seen the cameramen doing it. And there's a few local photographers, like a Finty Dargan, would have had his old black and white photographs on the walls. You know, you had Brendan Murphy, who was an Irish news photographer, picture editor. And you just had all of these wealth of images sitting where I could see it, so I wanted some of it, yeah. So.
Did you feel that you could tell your story through your photography?
At the time, I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah.
What I knew was that the times were changing. I seen that I was, you know, when I got the interest in photography, I knew that it was documenting it. And I've always said it, that we're documenting, you know, capturing the present so those in the future can look back at the past. I knew there was something changing. I photographed the old streets, the old characters, the kids at play. I always used to think about the kids, because maybe it is a reflection of my childhood that we were sort of robbed of what would be a normal existence. So I didn't actually say, well, this is going to be telling a story at first. It was really just recorded for future generation.
Can you remember your first camera?
I do.
Okay, what was it?
It was, well, my first camera that I owned was a wee Helena 35mm. It was got out of Argus. I'll put a wee photograph of it up on the screen, but yeah, 35mm, and that was just like a point and shoot. But I remember using it, and it was like, like a real photographer and smelled like, you know, like new, like a plastic magazine. Like, but it was just great because I had that, and then I got into Belfast Exposed, and I was issued in a 35mm camera, which was a Praktica, and it was a big heavy duty camera, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sean, you also worked as a press photographer. Can you tell me a little bit about how that came about as well?
Yeah, well, that was very easy because, as I said, there was a lot of press photographers there. We were covering the Troubles, or sorry, they were covering the Troubles. I was living in the Troubles, and it just was second nature that I was walking about taking photographs of the street, and if a bomb went off, I would have there on the scene. If it was shooting, if it was raiding, and obviously it was from the area where it seemed to be happening. You know, you were sort of, you know, not given a by ball, like, but you were allowed to sort of walk about more freer than a lot of the other press. So then the local paper, the Andersonstown News, I sent some photographs into them ones, and they of course printed it, and I was like, here I'm a photographer. You know what I mean?
And you must have enjoyed that.
I did.
You did.
I did, and it was sort of adrenaline because there was, like, the police at the time. I know we've changed now; the whole country has changed. The police at the time were very violent towards us. You know, I had probably about 4 cameras smashed. I was kicked and punched and held down by them, and it was just because I was from that area and I was documenting that area. They seen me as a threat. I was no threat. I'd like to think I was documenting the area. Basically, yeah. So it was pretty tough, but it made me feel that I was special. That adrenaline also, you had to, when you were covering a riot and they were throwing petrol bombs or they were throwing stones or the police were shooting back and the paramilitaries ones were shooting back, you had that fear of possibly being hit. And that was like an adrenaline rush as well.
Well, it sounds like it was an extremely, as you say, a high adrenaline time. Do you miss that, or?
Sometimes I don't miss the Troubles. I think I think we're in an amazing place. I think it's I've never experienced as much happiness in this city and throughout this island, and islands, I should say, if you're including England. But the fact is that no, I sort of miss it. I do. I miss that buzz. There's a couple of rallies that I've been at, and there's a wee bit of hassle. And I looked at it, and although I documented it, I said it's not off this era. I don't particularly want to photograph it no more because I want to show the positives. I believe in recording everything, but I also think that there's so much more than it. And I think for years that the world, through the media, only got to see one slice of this country here, and it was a negative. So sometimes I miss that rush and the camaraderie with you got to know the other press photographers and the camera crews. But no, it's hard to say. I sometimes miss that bit of a buzz. But I wouldn't. Let's put it this way: I wouldn't be going to Afghanistan either.
Well, it's very important, as you say, to document the past, but you certainly don't want to relive it.
Okay.
But also in your photography, you very, very much capture the essence of characters, people's characters and people's faces, and your pictures oftentimes tell a story. Would you say that you enjoy people, that you like people?
I think it's great because I knew my dad was always like a bit of a storyteller, and his mates were all storytellers, and I used to sit and listen to them. Obviously I mentioned that my mum would have died when I was 5, so my dad would have took on the role model of both, and my sisters as well would have took on the role model of mother. So I would have listened to my dad telling stories, and he was a character, like, and his mates were a character, and I used to look at him in awe. He was like a hero in life and in death. He was just a great man, and his friends would have been all storytellers. And I wish that I had photographed them more, listened to them more. But yeah, I love the stories because when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter whether it's here in Belfast, or in New York, or in Melbourne. The fact of the matter is that we have to document the old characters, not even old, even the young characters in the area, because they're gone. The stories are gone, and they're gone. And I think it's very, very important.
Okay. Sean, I've heard you describe yourself as a working class man. What does this mean to you, and what do you feel this brings to your photographs? For example, do you feel it makes you more empathetic to the characters that you capture?
I think it is. I start off with where I come from, and my mindset and where I was brought up was there's no man better than me. Okay, but in the same breath, I'm no better than anybody else. So I don't see that, although there is a class system, I'm proud to be working class. And I think, but somebody who in a different class system is no better than me. So I see us all the same. Where I do, resonate more with, the working class, and I think maybe that's why I get into places, because I speak to people. Every single person I meet, I speak to them as an equal. I don't look down at them, and I don't certainly elevate them up into the place. And I think it's I love being in that environment, and I guess it's because I feel safe in it. They put me in a room of really upper class people. What have I really got in common? They're not better than me, but the fact is that what have we got in common, really?
Well, you can certainly see your love of people at your exhibitions, when you talk to people and you have a lot of time to explain to people and show people and the stories behind your photographs as well.
Because I'm a talking machine.
You are. Now you can have a couple of seconds to think about this next one. We've heard you talk very much about you. Is there one iconic photograph that you ever wish that you had taken?
It's a cracker.
Now you don't have to answer straight away, but or any photograph that you would, any situation you would love to have been in, to have captured images.
I know it sounds like it's a bad one. I guess if I could be in a situation, I would have loved to photograph my ma.
Fuck. Okay.
That's it.
So Sean, you've got some workshops coming up to offer. Can you describe to me and to the Rambles with My Camera people what your workshops offer that is different than any other workshops that are available?
I think it's just there's no bullshit approach into it, and it's not that the other workshops aren't. There's some fantastic workshops out there, and in fact there's far better photographers out there than me. I can only deliver what I can deliver. I have the experience behind me of obviously taking the photographs, but also of teaching photography. I've taught over 600, maybe 700 people photography. There's no bullshit approach. I love and passionate about photography, and I believe that every single one of us can take photographs. Photographers? Do you say you love? What's that?
I just a wee love sign.
Oh, just give me a wee love heart. I love photography, so I want people to have that same enjoyment out of it. And sadly, photographers in general, and I know I'm generalising, but it is fact, is that there's a bit of a snobbery type thing into it, that they try to make themselves elitist, they try to make it special, that I'm this photographer, I've got this gear, and you can't do it because you haven't got the money for the latest camera, or you can't do it because you came from this side of the tracks or anything like that. And I don't believe that. I believe every single one of us can, doesn't matter whether you photograph your family, doesn't matter whether you want to be a press photographer, portrait photographer, landscape photographer. If there's a passion there within you to take photographs, I want you to do that. In my workshops, I'll help harness that. I'll give you a bit of guidance. And then we'll work together on it, and I would be probably motivating you to take the photographs that you want to take without worrying about what other people think about your photographs. Yeah. My workshops will be different from others. The workshop's about the person taking part in it. It's not about me. Yeah. So that would be the difference. Okay.
And finally, Sean, what are your dreams for Rambles with My Camera in the next 5 years? You could have anything on a plate. What were your dreams?
I would love to travel internationally teaching. I would love to do talks as well about what I've just said there is about photography for everybody, and I think I would love to start to claim that back so that people don't feel inferior to other people about their gear. I also, because I came from the old film analog days up into digital, I want to talk about the transition from that to here, the benefits. And also the importance of, it doesn't matter what camera you're using, is just to take a photograph. My goals, my dreams for Rambles, I'd love to have a gallery. In fact, I will have a gallery here in Belfast. I'll put it out there.
Vegan buns?
There's going to be a cafe in it, and you could be supplying. Sheena's an amazing chef, and she's got her own company, so I'll put links down below to check it out. Are you going to charge me for the food though?
Of course.
No, forget about that. Forget about what I just said there. It's going to be a gallery space, there's going to be a coffee shop within it, and there's also going to be a section in it where I'm going to be teaching photography. My ultimate goal and dream would be having, when I started photography, a place called Belfast Exposed. I was unemployed, I was on welfare, and they supplied the camera, the film, taught me how to use it, met great friends there, taught me how to use it, taught me the darkroom, and basically it was free, cost me nothing. And I wouldn't have got into photography. I honestly believe how quickly that I did without Belfast Expo, Sean McKernan and Donny Burke. And I think I would love to do something like that worldwide, not just in Belfast. Well, just to put it back in like every major city and even towns, they would have facilities there. There were people who may not necessarily have the funds to buy a camera, can walk in free of charge, get a camera, get the digital media, and be shown how to do it just until they get on their feet. That would be one thing I believe that will happen. Yeah. I do. Okay, Sean, thank you very much. Really appreciate the interview. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, reading or what? I never knew what was going to happen. Thank you so much. You're the best. I never knew what was going to happen with the questions, and so wrapping it up, I hope you found it enjoyable. I don't know if I'm going to upload this or not. I'll have to have a look at it. Thank you all so much, Sheena. Thank you for the chat. It was amazing. Love this girl. This girl's so supportive of me and this channel. You know, I couldn't ask for better. I'm amazing. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe. You can check me out on Twitter and Instagram and Flickr. Check out my website, rambleswithmycamera.com. There's going to be a list there of workshops and also photographs for sale. And just, you know, give the video a wee like, leave a comment down below, and get out there and take photographs. Don't be limited by the gear you've got or the gear you haven't got. You know, you genuinely have got a creative eye. Every single person has some sort of creativity within them. If it just so happens to be yours as photography, then get out and take photographs. Don't worry about what I think, Joe Bloggs thinks, your ma thinks, or whoever thinks. If you enjoy doing it, go out and take the photograph, and everything else will fall into place. Guys, send you love from Belfast, and we'll see you in the next video.